If you're building your barbarian correctly, by level 20 under the new player's handbook, you'll effectively have just shy of 1,000 hit points, being able to receive almost 1,000 points of damage before dying, and you'll have advantage on your death saving throws. Will this barbarian ever die? I don't think so. I'm going to show you how to build it here. Hey everyone, this is Dan from MacLeod D&D, and today I am building a barbarian that I think is unkillable unless your DM is absolutely merciless. I'm going to show you how right now. So, the first thing we're going to do while we're building this barbarian is we're going to pick two things. We have to pick a species and a background in the new player's handbook. And the species we're going to pick is a dwarf. And the reason why we're picking the dwarf is because they have a feature called Dwarven Fortitude that gives us 1 hit point for every level that we get as this character. Back that up additionally with the farmer background, which comes with the tough feat. And if you have the tough feat, you gain 2 hit points for every level that you get as this character. So right out of the gate, when you get to level 20, you're getting 60 hit points just from these 2 features. Doesn't matter what your constitution score is, doesn't matter what else you do, free 60 hit points just from the way you built this character. And that will build there every single level between 1 to 20. Let's keep getting into it. The next thing you're going to want to run into as you're making choices as this barbarian is picking your barbarian subclass at level 3. We're going to pick Path of the Wildheart, and the reason we're going to do that is because we're going to end up getting a beefed up resistance panel that is then going to cut most damage types that we're going to be taking in half. And this is how we end up getting to take almost 1,000 damage by the time we're level 20. Here's why. In the Rage of the Wilds feature, there is a Bear Rage, and while your rage is active, you have resistance to every damage type except Force, Necrotic, Psychic, and Radiant. Those 4 damage types are pretty rare, and even if you are taking full damage from those, you're still taking half damage from everything else, which means you can nearly take 1,000 points of damage, and that's assuming you have done no healing in this combat, which is insane. You're gonna be getting healed, but you're gonna be resisting so much damage, and we're gonna keep beefing this guy up. Here's some other choices that you will need to make. At your next level, level 4, you should be taking the Durable feat. And here's why. You get to increase your constitution score by 1. You also get Defy Death as a feature, giving you advantage on your death saving throws if you ever get there. And then lastly, you get Speedy Recovery. And as a bonus action, you can expend 1 or more of your hit point dice, roll them, and heal yourself. So while you are raging, you then have that free bonus action as you're going to just give yourself some healing, extending your life, giving yourself more health, and effectively giving yourself double that amount because of your resistances. That type of healing and sustaining in this barbarian is going to be fantastic. Let's keep building. All right, we're trucking along, we're past level 5. What you should keep doing is beefing up your constitution score as much as you can as you're leveling up and getting your other features. Eventually we get to Relentless Rage at 11th level. Your rage can keep you fighting despite your wounds. If you drop to 0 hit points while your rage is active, you don't die outright. You can make a DC 10 constitution saving throw, and if you succeed, your hit points instead change to a number equal to twice your barbarian level. Each time you use this feature after the first, the DC increases by 5. This is just gonna keep you alive longer and give you more and more opportunities to stay up, preventing you from even taking those death saving throws that you already have advantage on. This is just buying you more time, giving you more chances to swing, and hopefully your team can rally and kill whatever you're fighting as well. That's an amazing buff at level 11, and we're not done yet. At level 14, Power of the Wilds, whenever you activate your rage, you can then fly. You have a fly speed equal to your speed if you aren't wearing armor, which you shouldn't be as a barbarian. So now you're this unkillable truck of a machine barbarian who's not even touching the ground. You're able to fly around and get out of danger's way from being in front of the enemies, and you can be looping yourself around that battlefield. An insane pickup for an already pretty unkillable barbarian. Next, we're getting to level 19 and unlocking a brand new feature released in this new player's handbook, Epic Boons. If you have not heard of Epic Boons yet, I already have a video ranking them from worst to best, but these Epic Boons are like game-breaking features that characters get at level 19 that unlock these ridiculous, awesomely cool abilities that are supposed to extend the game. You can now go beyond 20 and give these out as if you were leveling up with them, but you get one at level 19, and there's one that is crucial to this build, Boon of Fortitude. You gain the following benefits. 1, increase 1 ability score of your choice by 1 to a maximum of 30, breaking now open your max con score to 30. Crucial, huge, especially as we get to level 20. But also, you get fortified health. Your hit point maximum increases by 40. And whenever you regain hit points, you can regain additional hit points equal to your constitution modifier. This is awesome. That pairs so well with us being able to use our bonus action to use hit dice to heal ourselves, because now we get to add that constitution modifier on top of that healing. And we're just going to be pumping ourselves back up. This is huge. And then level 20, Primal Champion. You embody primal power, your strength and con score increases by 4, and their maximum is now 25. So this is going to break open our constitution score to be so huge, giving us so much more health, and then boosting our constitution saving throws that we get to make to prevent ourselves from dying. that's the build. Now I'm going to show you what this score sheet looks like for what type of ability scores we're using for this. With this build, we now have a +9 Constitution modifier with a total of 28 by the use of the feats, the epic boons, and the amount of Constitution buffing up that we have done as we have leveled up. So, effectively, our max hit points is 480. We now make that Constitution saving throw that prevents us from dying. We then get advantage on our death saving throws, and this barbarian is resistant to almost every single type of damage that it's going to be taking. This guy is going to be unkillable because he is healing himself, he's got allies to heal him, and he is just a mountain to deal with. I call this guy Beef O'Brady. He's our big boy. He's our beefy barbarian. Let me know if you plan to run this guy or what other barbarian builds you think you got going on.